Hi, Real Recaps here. Today I am going to explain a thrilling murder mystery movie called Drishyam. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The movie begins panning in on a new police station that was just built. We soon see inside one of the cells, Vijay Salgaonkar. We see one of the old constables telling a new recruit that although he looks innocent, what he's done in order to get here is unbelievably wicked and shocking. Soon through Vijay's eyes, we go into a flashback. He is seen sitting in his office chair, relaxing and criticizing a movie like a completely ordinary man. It is clear to see that he is an avid movie buff and runs a respectable cable business. We soon learn that he is a fourth-grade dropout and an orphan who has worked his way towards success with his sheer hard work and street smarts in order to provide for his family, who mean the world to him. He also has a kind-hearted, loyal and goofy assistant named Jose. Later on that day, we see Vijay going to his regular restaurant to grab some lunch. However, he notices an old couple that seem to be quite sad and nervous sitting a few rows back. He asks the owner of the restaurant what seems to be their problem. The owner, Martin, answers that the corrupt Inspector Gaitunde had illegally arrested the couple's son because he was a few days late to pay one of his installments on a loan he had taken out. Gaitunde had then asked the couple for a handsome bribe to set him free and also told them that if they tried to complain he would kill their son in jail. Due to Vijay's film addiction, he recalls a similar situation he once saw in a movie and advises the couple on what legal steps to take, as well as connect them to a reputable lawyer that he is friends with. The elderly couple quickly take their leave before Gaitunde can arrive. It can be seen that Vijay is a kind-hearted and kind individual, which makes what he does all the more shocking. The next morning, we see Vijay come home for breakfast as he explains to his wife Nandini that there was a lot of work in the office where in reality he was watching movies all night. While they are eating, Nandini jokingly complains that Vijay doesn't have time for his family and only for his business and would rather spend all day watching movies. After a little bit of begging by Nandini and his daughters, Anju and Anu, he agrees to a vacation trip for the family. Before they can finalize the plans for the trip, Anju informs him that she has been selected for a camp at her school due to her excellent grades. She asks him for permission to go and being the supportive father he is, he immediately says yes, also telling his wife that real knowledge is not found in books but in experiences. The family is then seen enjoying their vacation to Panji, a tourist destination, where they eat pizza, watch movies and go to arcades as a happy and loving family. We then see the camera pan around the village and see that a new police station is starting to be built. We then see the Martin introducing Vijay to the contractor building the new police station. Before Vijay can mention what he needs built for his business, Gaitunde walks in abruptly and starts questioning Martin if he saw an elderly couple come in yesterday and then explains that someone gave them legal advice and it has costed him his bribe money. He then looks around and sees Vijay. Martin lightheartedly jokes about people eating for free at his cafe to change the topic off Vijay, but that strikes Gaitunde's ego chord and he gets into an argument with Martin. Vijay steps in and tensions heat between the officer and Vijay. Before the situation can escalate, Gaitunde's boss walks in to eat. He also seems to have a good reputation with Vijay, leading to the matter being diffused, not before Vijay gets a few insults in on Gaitunde. The film cuts back to Vijay's home where he is digging a pit for compost. His wife Nandini comes up to him and asks if they can on a little vacation to Panji to attend a prayer ceremony by a famous priest on the 2nd and 3rd of October. Vijay politely declines, saying it'll be boring. His daughters are playing around, and as they make their way to him, he asks Anju how her nature camp was. She excitedly says it was amazing and she learned a lot of new things. She also mentions there was some creepy boy that kept taking pictures and recordings of her, but eventually got told off by a few other girls and stopped. We then see Vijay and the contractor looking at a few things, and he says he can help Vijay free of charge because he's such a nice guy. While they are walking, Gaitunde shows up and threatens the contractor. He yells at him saying he shouldn't have filed a complaint against him for taking bribes, and even his superior takes a cut of the bribes. Vijay interrupts saying his superior would not do something like that, but Gaitunde would. He yells out that he is a bribe-eating pig that's good for nothing. Gaitunde says he will get his revenge on Vijay for this. We cut to the next morning, where Vijay is eating breakfast with his family. He asks his daughters why they aren't in school today and they tell him it's a public holiday. His wife giggles. He tells them to go study, but Anu goes to play and Anju goes shopping. On the way to the shops, Anju gets followed by the boy that was taking pictures of her on the trip, Sam. She comes home with a sad face and immediately locks herself in the bathroom where she starts crying. We see that Sam showed her a video he took of her while she was showering. He told her that he would delete the video and not show anyone if she agrees to meet him later tonight. She starts crying and said she won't, but he is persistent and she begs him not to. He then drives off. Night comes and we see Nandini tuck Anju into bed. She says she is just feeling a little under the weather, nothing to worry about. We also see that as usual, Vijay is binge watching movies all night. It cuts to Sam standing outside their house at night with an umbrella and Anju outside the door sadly awaiting his arrival. As Sam walks into the room with Anju, Nandini is also there. He tells her that he will send the video to everyone since she has betrayed him and told her mother. Nandini then begs with him to stop, however, he tries to come on to her instead. They then have a struggle over the phone and the girls drop to the ground. Nandini begs him to stop, however he tells Nandini she must sleep with him. It cuts to the morning and Vijay arrives home to find the door already open and his whole family crying, while Nandini is sitting shocked on the bed. He keeps asking them to tell him what happened, but everyone is too stunned to speak. It then shows the end of last night, where before Sam could do anything, Anju gets a metal rod and hits him over the head with it. She then smashes the phone to bits. They try to wake Sam up, but can't seem to do so. Anju tries to reach her dad, but the line doesn't seem to connect due to the heavy rain. Anu also wakes up to the noise. We see Nandini and Anju burying the body in the compost pit and Anu watching from the window. To save his family from the law, Vijay immediately tells them to clean the shed and remove any trace of anything Sam related. Vijay then disposes of the broken cell phone. Guy Tunde, who has a grudge against Vijay, suspects that there is something wrong with the way him and his family are behaving. Vijay takes his family out on a weekend trip to Panji to attend the prayer ceremony by a famous priest, watch a movie and eat at a restaurant. During this, he tells them to act as nothing has happened and to put on an act as a happy family. Vijay goes by himself the morning of the accident to secure a bus ticket, restaurant bill and movie ticket as of that date. They then go as a family later on and during each activity, convince the people there that is the day prior. Meanwhile, Meera, realizing that her son has gone missing, starts an investigation. After a preliminary investigation, she sees that Sam's phone was stopped near Vijay's house for a whole night before it kept roaming around on the back of a truck. She calls Vijay and his family for questioning. Vijay had predicted that this would happen and taught his family how to speak to the police during questioning. When questioned individually, they replied the same thing and they had also shown the bill of the restaurant, the movie ticket and the bus journeys tickets as proof of their being away on the dates when Samir went missing. Due to Vijay's careful and smart planning, the police have to resort to torture methods and violence. Meera even questions the owners of the establishments they have been to, and their statements also prove the Vijay and his family's alibi. Meera realizes that on the day of the incident, Vijay had taken the tickets and the bill, made acquaintance with the owners, and had gone for the trip with his family the next day, thus proving his alibi and making the owners unwittingly tell the lie. Meera arrests the Salge Onkers and Guy Tunde uses brute force to beat the truth out of them. Eventually, Guy Tunde even slaps young Anu, and she reveals the place where the body is buried. After digging the compost pit, they find the carcass of a calf, indicating that Vijay had moved a body. Anu reports to the media and complains against Guy Tunde. The sub-inspector is suspended and later Meera resigns from her post. At the end, Meera and her husband Mahesh meet Vijay to ask forgiveness for their rude and violent behavior and that they want to know if their son is at least alive off the record. Vijay indirectly tells them that he had got rid of the uninvited guest. Back in current day, Vijay signs a register, as required by the cops, at the newly constructed local police station. As he leaves, a flashback shows him leaving the incomplete police station with a shovel in hand. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications and leave a like to help the channel out. Hope you enjoyed and thank you for watching.